Hello everyone, I'm Fatal Oasis. Thank you for tuning into my stream here on twitch.tv/Fatal Oasis or watching the VOD on youtube.com/@Fatal Oasis. It is Monday, so I'm back here building more Lego. We're building Rivendell from Lord of the Rings, and we're up to book number 3 of 3. This book is the thickest one. It's about twice as thick as both the other books. So I think I'm about halfway through. Also, I'm on bag 23 of 49. So I think I'm about halfway through. But as you can see here, we're building the main building. Is my cursor there? Yeah, it is. We're building this main building here that'll connect both of the two previous sections that we built. Both this tower and it's up on my shelf, the gazebo and river section. So I think we just get to it. I got music going. Oh right, it is September. So I am doing my charity thing again, where all month long I will be tracking how many subs I get, how many bits I get, how many followers I get all on Twitch, and then how many subscriptions I get on YouTube, and also how much money is donated to the coalition, right? Yeah, Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights in LA. Kids and Learner Floating Pixel Head, heck yeah. I feel better about my image today. Honestly, I didn't feel like, looking good for camera. Not that I do a whole lot to look good, but so yeah, I'm raising money for the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights in LA, and so I think now that they're just a nationwide charity and not just LA, but they definitely help out LA a whole bunch. All of the, you're thinking how I look good on camera. Thank you, Pug. I appreciate it. All of the donations that come in via the donation link on my Twitch page, I'll be matching 150%. So if you donate $1, if you donate $1, I'll donate $1.50. If you donate $10, I'll donate $15. So yeah, and then I'm adding extra money at the end for everyone who follows me, everyone who subscribes to me, every bit that's donated. I'm adding a whole bunch of extra money. Right now we're up to $54 last time I counted, which was, I actually did not count today, but I don't think I got any new followers since then. Right? How many? Yeah, 150 followers. And I know I didn't get any YouTube subs since then, so yeah, we're at $54. I'll be donating the total amount at the end of the month. So if you want to help out, donate if you can. If you can't, do the free thing. Subscribe to me on YouTube or follow me on Twitch. I'll donate for both of those as well. Let's get to Lord of the Rings. We're building bag 23. We're starting with bag 23. I hope, because that's the next bag in the box. The Council Ring. The Council Ring and surrounding halls blend naturally into the foothills of the Misty Mountains. They hold a wealth of Middle-earth history, from Elrond's throne and study, with artifacts and paintings to the shards of Narsil. And then we've got some notes on our minifigs in this portion. Boromir. Boromir features a new sword design to represent the Sword of Gondor and his trusty round battle shield. I sure hope that's not a sticker. Putting a sticker on a curved surface is going to be tough. You're almost at 1,000 videos on your VODs channel? Yeah, turns out when you stream for 4 years, the number of videos add up quickly. Also, early on, I broke videos into like 2-hour chunks so I can more easily upload them to YouTube. 2 to 3 hour chunks, I think. So there are some early streams that it was like I streamed for 6 hours, but that's 2 VODs on YouTube. Um, but yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Elrond. Elrond has a newly designed dual molded wig element, with distinct colors used for the ears and hair. Oh, that's the same note that you gave us previously. Merry and Pippin. Merry and Pippin wear their traveling outfits and cloaks. Like Frodo, they have dual molded legs that show their bare feet. Alright, we're getting Merry feet on stream, apparently. Okay, 7 bags for that section, and then 6 more bags to add this section. And then 6 more bags for this, and then 8 more bags for this. Alright, so we're starting with, from our extra thing here, oh wait, yeah, we need the two giant tan pieces. So we're running low on what's in our extra bag here. And we need bag 23. So I'm going to mute so we don't get crinkly bag audio as I do this. Right, there are not a whole lot of pieces in this bag. We only had one sub bag, and these are all like big chunky pieces, so that's great. Still haven't bought a new game? Congratulations! What have you been playing? Alright, so we take... Flip all these over. Where's my center here? Oh, I'm not zoomed in at all. Boop, 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 boop. My center's there, which is off center. But that's fine. No one will notice. Right? Right? No, it's like... Alright, so we've got our 1x3. And we're adding one 2x2 brick to it, which we got plenty of. We've got this 8x4. These are all tan pieces here. Then we add another brick here. And a 6x1. The camera's not shaking, right? It is totally shaking. Ugh. Oh well. Hey, Heller, how are you doing? Was gonna wave and say hi, but now that you're pointing it out. Oh, that the camera's shaking? Let's see. Trying to think the best way to stop the camera from shaking without having the answer be stop touching the table. I guess I'll just have to be careful. Finished Halo 1, you're the good friend, and started Halo 2. Great. You beat Pac-Man World 2 on the PS2. Currently working on a Rayman DS. Good luck with those. I have no experience with either of those series. That's not true. I did play a Rayman game on the PC with friends. There was one that was like co-op, And this was the first co-op PC game that I played that was couch co-op. We had to hook a laptop up to a friend's TV. And then we all had like different PC controllers. It was weird. Alright, where were we? Oh, interesting that we're on step 4 again. I guess it's so people could have just started this book instead of going through everything. I'm not sure. Zoom out 1 tick. 2 ticks. Pac-Man World 2 is the most frustrating game you've ever played. Luckily, the remaster not only fixes all the issues, but improves how it... Okay. Well, you've just played the original, so you don't need to play the remaster, right? Also, I'm not that keyed into how popular Pac-Man World is, but I didn't think it was that popular that people were itching for a remaster. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's a big fan base that I've just never heard about. Here. Alright, we're just building a bunch on here, huh? Alright, stacking these green 3x2s. This sticks out from here. And this goes down like that. If I zoom out, is it going to be that noticeable? It's a little noticeable. I can scoot this over. That would center it. There we go. Alright, now we're adding a long gray section here. And we need another 6x1 and an 8x1 brick. We're just extending this out further. We're just starting by making a giant base here, aren't we? I guess that's fair. Yeah, so then we do more of this. And then more of this. And another 8x1. And then another 6x1, which sticks out by 1. I must have counted wrong. I've counted something wrong. Oh, I forgot to add. Yeah. I forgot to add another giant 2 by however long this is. Then that sticks out by 3. Then we get a 1 by 10. Attach it here. We got this giant frame going on. Trying to think of creative tricks to reduce the wobble. It's a problem with the way the arm is mounted. I've got a... I can show you. I have this this is a adjustable phone mount. It's clipped to the desk at the end there, and then I can turn this and like manipulate this however much I want. But because it's like cantilevered over, I guess if I go straight forward, it would probably reduce the wobble. All right, so I'm gonna turn off that phone for a sec. If I mute, no, I gotta stop phone. So now, okay, so now you're not seeing the top down. If I do this, it's still gonna shake a lot. Okay. See, and the problem is that I have to change it twice a week, because for the blueprint streams, this is the area that I use for the notepad. So this has to come like way down here. Adding more weight would dampen it, you're right. This seems to have worked, and I don't know what I've done. But I can't have it down this low and still have it be useful for this stream. Okay, it needs to come out more. I know that. Whoa. Earthquake in my apartment here as I bump my webcam for my face. Now it's in shot there. That's great. How's that? Normally, I do this all before stream, and I thought I did. That seems to be better. All right, let's start and see how it's angled. Oh, that's way wrong. Doing adjustments live. Let me switch to this. Sorry for everyone who doesn't like shaky stuff, but I need to fix this. The angle's wrong. I need to tilt it this way. And this way. Right? And back like that. Nope, wrong way. This is every day before Monday streams. There we go. We'll go with that. It only shakes a little bit when I bump the table pretty hard. Slide this back over, like there, and that looks about right. All right, and we'll stay on here for a while because this top down is the more important. Think about dispersing the motion into the air with surface area. That's not really... The problem is that it's all anchored by one point, so it's basically a giant, weirdly shaped cantilevered arm. So no matter what you do, any small vibration at the point where the desk, where it's connected to the desk, is going to be magnified by the length of the arm. So if I had the camera like very close to where it connects to the desk, then it wouldn't be shaking as much. I may have gone to school for engineering. Oh, now my face camera's a little high. There we go. All right, back to Lego. Deciding on the next game, that's the tricky part. Roll a bunch of dice. All right. You would have enjoyed engineering. It's a lot about learning how you need to take extra precautions for everything. Learning in precisely what ways the structure of a bridge is important, and if you under-engineer something, how people will die because of it. That's not entirely true. It's a lot of learning why bridges stay up and how we're able to build giant skyscrapers that can resist the wind pressure and can flex without bending. But it's also a whole lot about, like, you know, how much force can you put on this bridge before everyone on it dies? And it's, so I've learned in engineering to take a lot of extra precautions, and then that has not really helped me in the corporate world, where I'm not doing something that people will die if I under-engineer something. I'm just doing something that will cost the company a little bit more money if I over-engineer it, and everyone's just like, don't do that. I'm not doing anything that people... I mean, I'm doing something that people depend on, but not for any safety reasons. So this is going to hang off the edge here? Yeah. And then I've got... this goes here. We've got our tile here, then this light blue plate, and another tile. And I just have two more light blue plates that look like they go about the same distance from the wall there, which makes sense. You've described my friend's job. He's studied chemistry and is now the safety coordinator at his company. Okay, yeah, in something like that, you have to make sure that you're absolutely, you know, triple check, quadruple check, make sure that everything is as safe as possible. And if anything is just a little bit not safe, you stop and you reevaluate. And you disregard the cost of safety because it must be safe. And I'm over here not doing anything that has... like, there are safety concerns for the job, but the engineering that I'm doing is not what's causing the safety concerns. It's the work that people have to do to get my engineering into practice. My engineering just means, like, how much material do we use for this? Or how much time does construction stay out there to make sure that it all gets done the way that I write it up? And the company would very much like for those numbers to be low, and I don't have that mindset. I'm planning for the future. Alright, so that's that. And then we also need this 1x6 down here. Luckily, I don't have too many people breathing down my neck about how much money I'm actually costing the company. because they know that if I over-engineer something so that we can, if I over-engineer it the way I want to over-engineer it, then in the future when we have to use that again, it will cost less because I've planned for the future. Sometimes you're so glad to be in academia. Yeah. I mean, there are upsides. I work for a giant corporation that gives me lots and lots of money. I mean, they could be paying me more, but I'm not going to complain about that. There is that, yeah. That's... That's why I kind of feel sad for teachers, because, teachers need to be paid more. With everything that they have to do, everything that they do to help our society as a whole, and everything they have to put up with for their jobs, we absolutely need to be paying teachers more. Go, and then this big round piece goes here. More ice blocks here. We're almost done with bag 23. This one goes over here. So we have two, I'll turn it this way. Oops. We've got two clips over here, and these have the same ball joint thing. This leads me to believe that this is where it's going to connect to probably the river section. But I'd forget what the connectors were on that. Speaking of jobs, finally got an interview to go to tomorrow. Good luck, Destiny. I hope you do well at it. I hope they hire you immediately. Stage 2 of the process. Yeah, I don't know. I know that there are some fields where it takes so many interviews. I have no idea about... I mean, you went to school for culinary arts. I don't know if that's what you're applying for, but I would hope that you don't have to go through 7 rounds of interviews like I've heard about programming jobs. Oh, right, we still have these things. Just leaving 2. Yeah, we're leaving 2 pips out. I have questions. I'm gonna pop this off. These are questions similar to what I've asked before. So I'm putting these, I'm just gonna lay it on here. I'm putting these like this, right? So why do we have 2 gray tiles here? What's with these? What's with these? What am I doing with that? Is it just so I knew that we were spaced 4 pips out? Because I counted that for over here. Is it to make... Is it because the piece underneath was thin and they were worried about structural bending or something? I don't know. Because we're just covering it up. It's over engineering? Yeah, I guess. If those aren't there, then the whole building could collapse and Elrond could die before the Fellowship is founded, and then Sauron wins, and then everyone dies. Yep. But also, the elvish accountants are complaining about the cost. Usually they tend to add flat pieces to make disassembly easier. So from that center point, it should be easier to push out with less pipsqueak. I mean, if I'm pushing the pieces apart, I'm just flipping this over and pushing everything out that way. Like, the tiles aren't colliding with anything. They're not all the way up to where the top is there. So the only thing I can think of is it's because there was too much flex, and adding a little bit more structural support to the middle bar here helps. Or it was for buildability reasons, so that people would know that the blue blocks are supposed to be 4 blocks out from the wall and 4 blocks out from here. That probably makes sense. Like, if whoever their test builder was got confused about how far those pieces need to be out. Any chance it hooks onto something? So, I have seen them use tiles for, like, things sliding on top. But there's really no way to slide something, because you've got walls all the way around it. So I don't think it's a mechanical thing. It's just got to be a structural thing. Or it's a we want to inflate the piece count thing, but I don't think they were thinking about that. I mean, look at the roof tiles. They can just add more of those. I assume we're opening another bag. 24 and 25, and we're building an elf. Alright, so this elf has to be like Denethor or something, right? They also used tiles early in the set and could only produce a specific amount per batch. Okay, yeah, that could be true, where it's a production thing. But given that I guess that makes sense. Possibly makes sense. Alright, so bags 24 and 25. I put 25 into the pink bin here, because I don't know if there's a reason they separated it. Alright, we got an elf head here, an elf body. Or an elf torso, I guess. Elf hairs in the pink bin. Okay, so I guess these can just be combined, probably. But I'll keep them separate for now. Denethelf. What was their name? Denethor or something? Or was no? That was a. I'm so bad at characters. This doesn't make me want the front fell off version of Lord of the Rings. There has to be 1,000 ways you can make the catapults and swords and clothes and castles fall apart and still make it funny. I think Parody version of Lord of the Rings. If Weird Al wants to make another movie, like UHF or something, and make a parody version of Lord of the Rings, I think it could be hilarious. Denethor was the Steward of Gondor. Yes. Okay, right, that asshole. What was the name of the elf you were talking about? Anyway, here's an elf who's not very pleased. Glorfindel. Yeah, that's because that's a normal name. Early Might Land, Weird Al could pull it off. Yeah, I don't know if if Weird Al's a big Lord of the Rings fan. I don't know, because he hasn't done anything Lord of the Rings related in any of his songs. But like, that's not an easy topic to make relatable. Because if you're not a Lord of the Rings fan, that song just doesn't land, right? I mean, I'm sure you could do it and it'd be great, but the audience would be a little small. Just want to see Arnold Schwarzenegger's Gollum. Yeah. You know, I kind of want that too now. Alright, so this piece goes here. And this goes... that back there. Trixie, I can't do an Arnold. Hold on. Get to the chopper. Trixie Hobbitses. No, that's a bad impression. I'm bad at impressions. Don't. I forgot Elrond was there. Which Arnold? Like Conan Arnold? No, it'd be modern Arnold. If we're talking about making a movie now, I want 80-something-year-old Arnold Schwarzenegger. Governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's governor, right? He's probably still not still governor, right? I don't know. I don't follow West Coast politics that much, honestly. Or West Coast local politics. How is this not connecting? There we go. Joe Pesci has every orc. No, not Joe Pesci. Danny DeVito. He hasn't been in office for more than a decade? Oh my god. I mean, they probably just elected some nobody who hasn't even been in a movie with a giant, I don't know. Hey kids, don't elect politicians based on the movies you saw them in. I don't like to get too political, but that's a pretty important thing. This is the wrong piece. It's the wrong color. I want a tan 1x4. Here we go. Bad news, Faded. We're old. That's not bad news. And it's not news. I knew that. In order for it to be news, it'd have to be new, and I've been old for ages. Is this everything you need? One round piece, two of these, one of these, two of these, one of these. Yep. Arnold was pretty good in the end. Yeah, yeah. Arnold is a decent human being, from what I've heard. In that I haven't heard anything bad about him. But I can definitely think of other TV and movie stars who became politicians who definitely shouldn't have been elected. And that's all I'm going to say about that. This and this one? Yes, this one. Okay. Okay, we're making a pretty long edge here. So this has got to be where we connect to the river. So that it's like angled, so that you're looking at a whole scene. Makes sense, right? All right, subassembly. You go away. We got one of these. A little hill that goes here. Right? Yeah. Then we get a little green flower. And another hill. These and a tan 1x4. Connect that up. 2x1 ramp goes next to our hill. 2 green flowers. One goes here. And then we have a weird ramp tile, which is somewhere. No. Oh, here it is. Looks just like a normal tile and it's upside down. See you later, Destiny. Good luck on that interview. Okay, we need an ice. A longer white piece, a tan, 2x4, and 1x4. The 1x4 goes first. And the ice. Something's wrong. I have screwed up somewhere. I'm afraid it might be a while ago. Oh, it sure was. This hill is in the wrong place. should be here. When this goes here, yes, only one pip off. And then these go here. So then when we do ice here, it lines up with that. There we go. And then we get a 2x4 and put a 1x1 brick there. And then one of these angle pieces, one of these, and another ice brick. Got a question from the beginning of today's stream. Absolutely. The timer goes from starting to in one to starting soon. How does that work? Quite easily. So, OBS, I don't know if it has a timer built into it now, but it definitely didn't when I started. So I had to figure out a way of doing my own timer. And it's a weird, hacky solution that has some problems with it, which is why sometimes the timer just goes away for a second and then comes back. I have a program called Snaz, S-N-A-Z, and it has various different things you can do with it. Basically, it creates its own clock and writes that clock to a notepad, to just a text file. So you can have like normal clocks with dates and times, countdown clocks, which is what I use, count up clocks, which I used for a joke speedrun timer for what were we playing? The Moving Out? No, it was Parkitect. That's how I did the count up stream for Parkitect, the count up timer. So I use its countdown function, and it also so every second it writes to the text file and changes the text to stay starting 4:59, starting 4:58. I have OBS have a text element that just reads from a text file, so it's reading that text file. Naz has an option when the timer counts down to, like, when the timer's at 0, change the text to say whatever you want. So then I just have it say starting soon. Yeah, so basically that's how I do that. And I chose a font that is monospaced so that the timer wouldn't shift around as the numbers change, because like a 1 is thinner than a 6 or something. So the timer stays still. And I made sure that I did, minute, colon, second, 5 characters. And then when it swaps to soon, exclamation point, 5 characters. So that way the characters look like they're supposed to flip to like that. Because OBS does have one now. Oh, okay. Doesn't have that extra function. If it does, they didn't figure it out. Okay. Yeah, the solution that I had was like, I forget how long ago, but it was years ago that I started doing it this way, because I read some article from some other streamer or someone trying to help streamers, basically saying like, OBS has no countdown feature, so this is how to do it. I know other streamers just have entire intro animations that are 5 minutes long that are just a countdown timer. So they've just created an animation that after it goes to 1 says soon, and then it'll stay on, it's like a 5 minute and 20 second animation or something, or video. and it'll stay on that for like 20 seconds until the video runs out, and then it just starts over, because that's how OBS works when playing video. But that's more complicated. If I did it that way, I'd be able to integrate the music, the starting music, into the startup. So overall, my life would be way easier. But I don't know how to do it. I could probably use OBS to record a 5-minute and 20-second video of me just doing it, using the countdown I had and just playing the music. But then I would need to integrate the video that I just recorded into OBS. And I don't know how well OBS would play a video while I'm still trying to do everything else. Because currently OBS struggles when I have certain games that are memory hogs. Like Peak. Did you know that Peak's frame rate is totally unbounded, and it will try to run at 400 frames per second, even if you have no, even though there is no way to display images that quickly that exists. OBS will run that fast, or Peak will run that fast anyway. And it will steal resources from everything else because it's trying to run that fast. You found that out recently? Yeah. So just go into settings and limit the frame rate down to 60. Like it should be. Yeah, I had to, my Peak solo stream, I went live and immediately OBS started tanking because now it had started to try and record things. So I immediately stopped stream and said, what the hell's going on? Looked down at the frame rate counter and saw 410 or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's shouldn't be happening. All right, so now we have a connection on this side. So is this all going to go like this? Oh, this lines up very well. That, and that are all lining up perfectly. Okay, so this is going to end up going that way. That makes sense. I guess a quick tip to developers, that you don't have to do what I'm saying, because like you're your own boss here, but please at least cap your games at, I don't know, 200 frames a second, because I'm pretty sure monitors don't run that fast either, and there's no reason for you to run cycles that much. If you want to future-proof, like 144 is the highest I've seen, but I'm sure that there are monitors that do faster. If you want to cap with a little bit of future-proofing, go up to like 288. No reason to run at 400. But also, if... Actually, you know what? Keep the cap in there and just have it be capped by default at 60. And if anyone complains, tell them to go uncap it. Just leave it as a setting. Just have it be checked by default. I don't know. Or do what you want. I'm sure the people who have high frame rate monitors would be pissed if they had to go into settings to make their monitor work correctly. I don't know, but also I go into settings the first thing I do for every game. Keep the option, make the default option accessible. Yeah. I mean, I guess you want someone who's not knowledgeable to look at the game and say, wow, that's beautiful. So you want to have the highest settings that the machine can run on by default. And I'm not just talking frame rate now, I'm talking like all quality settings. But then also, how do you'd have to like check hardware and determine what you think the highest quality settings are that they could use. I've seen games just go on and use maximum everything by default, and turns out that everything runs poorly when you do that. But then also, like, you don't want to set everything to low by default, because someone who is never going to go into the settings is never going to turn it up and just going to think that your game looks bad. That's why benchmarks exist. But nobody does benchmark tests on their computers. Only super knowledgeable people who like knowledgeable about computers, and those people are going to go in and adjust the settings the first thing anyway. Someone who barely understands how Steam works and just wants to play Silksong is gonna, like, no slight against people who are playing Silksong, but like, if all you know is that you wanted to play Silksong and you're downloading it off Steam, you might not go into settings first. You just want the game to look nice. So I don't know. I was right. This attaches like this. And I noticed that they did do the same tile thing here as well, so I bet that it's a strengthening thing. Alright, and I'm going to double check everything, make sure everything looks correct. Are there any game devs in chat who are not in chat, in chat or in the comments who have an opinion on setting game quality at high versus low default? Let me know, because I'm curious what other people's opinion are. A lot of games automatically run benchmarks if it matters. I don't know that they do. Because typically a benchmark test is like a real benchmark test locks up your computer as it tries to figure out the maximum amount that it can do. As a dev, you have the problem of what's the safest way to start the game for the first time. Yeah, like, do you... Alright, we're adding a blue... Okay, we're adding a whole lot of pieces here, so let me lay these out. Blue one of these. Long and short. We have tile. We have two of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. Okay, a lot of pieces. Like, I guess that's why I know that there are a lot of people that play on consoles specifically so they don't have to worry about settings. And for that, game dev seems easier because you know that, okay, I'm designing for the Xbox newest version, series, whatever. There are only 2 different models I have to worry about. So I just have to make sure it runs well on one and then looks good on the other. That seems a lot easier than PC with its... You can customize every single element. every graphics card with every CPU combination. So I don't know. I don't know. Where's this go? In the middle. Ah. All right. Okay, then we've got a square, a root, leaf, a green 1x4, this angle piece, and this piece. Now on this goes the angle piece, and then the green one on top, and then this whole thing goes here. And we have a leaf down here. Going back to game quality, I know every time I update my graphics card driver, it is like, hey, you want to optimize it for these games you have installed? And I'm just like, okay, fine. But I don't know what it's doing. I assume I think it's changing the settings of the game to match. Like, I think that's the optimization that it's actually doing. But then I go in and change them anyway, because it doesn't know my preferences. Another leaf, another barrel, and 2 more ramps. I'm just like, I don't actually want to run any games at 120 frames or whatever my monitor can do. I want to run them at 60 because I'm streaming them, and I don't want to take up all of my computer's resources rendering your cartoon style background. There we go. Arch and a 1x1. Okay, a single 1x1 on the bottom. And then the whole thing gets attached to this piece here. Oh, and then the 1x1 is just so it sits flat on the ground because it's not connecting to anything here. And this arch actually does something because we have, god damn it. That was here. We have the roots at the front here. Okay, so then this attaches to here to actually keep this side of the arch in place. And then we also have a 3x1 that's going on here. There. What the heck? 4 upside down ramps. And a long. Okay, so the 4 ramps are creating a backdrop, so if you look into this arch area, you see an angled piece and not just a wall. And this just goes on the back. Okay, so this is weird because this piece is hanging off of here. Is that how it's supposed to be? Yeah, because the 4 ramps line up with the edge here and where the brick is. Yeah, so I guess that just hangs off the edge a little bit. That's fine. I know a bit about it, but not enough. I remember confronting the problems of optimization a lot. Yeah, optimization's a beast too, I know that. Alright, all these pieces. We're just building on top of here again. So this goes here. Then we get a tile here, and a half tile here, and a 4x2 tile here, and then a corner or a cut piece, and then our ramp here. And then in the back we've got a half, and a 4x2. So much to consider. It really helps to start with the technology you have and build a game concept around that. That's fair. This and 7. That's basically everything I have. Alright, so we've got 1 leaf, 1 orange leaf goes here. And 1 goes here. These 2 go here. And then I'm building a weird array of little tiles around the outside. Will probably remain visible. Hold that leaf in place. There we go, and then this goes here. And we're up to bag 26 already. Wow. I'm gonna stand Elrond up with the rest of our pieces here. He's in back, hanging out. It is time for break. I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna get up and stretch and get some more water. And oh dear, I just read the text on that on this page right here, which you can't see. I'm gonna do this. It's a little bigger. It's a little bigger. The text says the new floor tile, that tile pattern, is included 64 times, enough to decorate an entire 16 by 16 plate. So we're gonna be building a floor, I guess. Stay tuned for that in just a few minutes. And I'm back. Hi, how are you? I meant to get the bag out while I was on break. We're on bag 26. There it is. Alright, I'm gonna need to open this up. There we go. So yeah, we got a lot of these tiles, so I dumped this into a pink bin and I'm just going to take out everything that's not one of those tiles. A little candelabra, that's cool. Alright, everything else is one of these cool floor tiles. Fantastic, go over there. So, we need 5 of them. One of these tile with a pip in it. Panel of circle and a 6x1. We're starting all the way in the back corner here. Our 6x1 goes along the edge. Okay, so I was looking at this a little bit before break. I could either stick with the same pattern that they have, where they go green against orange, so all of the pieces are facing the same way. So you have, it alternates green, orange, green, orange. Or I could rotate like this to make a larger pattern where there's like a larger green area in the middle, so now it's green, orange, orange, green. Will it be lore accurate? This part is not lore accurate. I don't know which I want to do. Like, up until now, I've just been sticking with the directions. I think I'm going to here, because if I do it wrong, if I deviate and I do it wrong and I screw up, it's going to be such a pain to remove half the tiles or whatever. So I'm going to be boring and do it the book way, I guess. So the orange corner goes up there, and that's how all of them will be oriented. Full chaos, just do them random. I would hate that. There we go, and then our small 1 pip here. Oops, I'm not clicked into the book. 8 more. Got it. Can do. So this might be a bit of a roof building stream, which I'm gonna call anything where I'm just doing the same small action over and over, like building the roof on this section here, or the roof for the section in book 3 here, because I know that I'm gonna have a whole lot of roof tiles to put on. Oop. Okay, no, we're building out stuff. Rooms, I guess. Okay, so we need 1 of these, 2 of these 1x4 plates, 1 1x4 brick, and 1 round 2x2. This offset piece goes on the round one. And what the hell are we doing here? I'm putting this here. And then these plates go along here. this goes here, I guess, facing that way. Yeah, that makes sense. We're just putting a leaf on the inside, huh? All right. These two orange ones. Okay, these are slightly different colors. Does those come across as slightly different on camera? Oh, they come across as very different on camera. Weird. These pieces are not as dark in person. I've already done enough camera adjustment today that I'm not going to worry about that. So this, 4 of these, 2 of these, 1 leaf, and those, and then 10 tiles. Absolutely. So this goes here. We have a tan one, and then the orange one here. And then on this side, we have the brick here. That continues out that way. This leaf is just like in the middle of nowhere. It's not even on a pip, it's between the pips. It's like here, right? Yeah. Alright. This goes here. And 10 of these. Perfect. Alright, we keep going. So we need another of these center pips. We need a long white tile, a shorter gray tile, a dark gray tile. No, not in there. I'm looking for like a 3x1 dark gray, right? Oh, here it is. It's staring me right in the face. A 2x2 brick. 1 of these tiny 2x1 tiles, and then 10 of the pattern tiles. Alright, so this goes here. There we go. Hey, grab the right number this time. Alright, then we get some of those star pattern tiles that I noticed before. These ones, which are very cool. We also need 2 of these 1x1s, 2 green 1x1s, four weird truncated corner tiles, and 2 1x1 tiles. And then 3 of our floor tiles. Alright, so our 1x1 goes here. And we have our corner tile here. I'm glad I didn't switch up the pattern. This green tile here is supposed to mimic the green square that's supposed to be there from these tiles. So if I had rotated half of these, there's a 50% chance I would have chosen wrong and that this one would have been orange or something. I guess I do have 2 oranges over here for the other side, but got one of the tiles here. Did I screw up? I screwed up. Where's my closest brick separator? It's all over there. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do this. There we go. Trying to figure out how to get this off here without breaking it and without having to take a break to go get a brick separator. Because, like, I have metal pieces that I could shove in there with a pair of scissors, but that would definitely scratch the plastic, and I don't want to do that. So I'm digging through my spare pile bin. My spare pile bin? My spare piece bin. That's not working. Alright. Oh. Absolutely, I could use one of these. I redeemed all of these codes for Pokemon cards when I opened all those Pokemon packs, and Magic packs, and Hololive packs. I redeemed all these code cards today. So these are all just sitting here. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna kick myself if this is... No, because I also need to remove these two. This is the problem. Oh, this is right? Yeah, the problem is this tile needs to be lower. There we go. Alright, I was trying to be fancy and skip tiles so that I could fill in all of one type at once. Like fill in the whole compass rose thing here at once. But I'm not going to do that because I just screwed it up. That goes there. And then next to it goes this one. And this goes here. There we go. We have that pointing out. And that one there. This one here. Tile in the center. Nope, that was wrong. There. That's how it goes. I should not have struggled with that as much as I did. Okay, now we get to add some bricks. Six more tiles. 1, 2. I love this song so much. Alright, 10 more tiles. That was loud, sorry. There we go. Alright, here goes one of these with a center pit. We have this coming down, then we need another gray. That was much easier to find. One of these, and white. Did I miss anything? Nope. Yep. This here. And this here. I think that's the last of the tiles that we're using here. We need an orange one by one here. Alright, and then just fill this in. Yeah. I only have one left. What have I done wrong? Okay, story time. Did I accidentally take out? I took one out. That's where it went. Okay. Alright, everyone sit down for pug story time. Unless you're telling me to tell a story, because I don't have any stories right now. I could make one up. You sound so thrilled at your story. Well, you haven't told it yet. I don't know what to expect here. There we go. Alright, and let's build the edge here. Ordered some VR lenses recently. They arrived today and the patch contained gummy bears. Oh, nice. You order them from a small seller. I love when they include like little things like that. What are these? These are small gold 1x1s. Here. And then an orange tile. And here. So 2 gold pieces, an orange, and then those. Yep. You ever gotten gummy bears? Yes, I have. A few of the times that I purchased pins, just enamel pins, they were from small shops that I found through Etsy. I didn't order them from Etsy. I found them on Etsy, and then went to their actual store and purchased from there because they get a better cut rather than looping Etsy into it. And one of them threw in a bunch of candies, one of them threw in a pack of gummy bears. Most of the time it's just like a business card and a thank you and then like a sticker or something. I should go looking for pins again. I remember someone I'm a big fan of who did this years ago. It was the first time I've heard of it, but I'm aware it's a thing. Oh yeah, there if you order from a small store, when it's just like one person fulfilling things, they'll just have a bag of, you know, Halloween candy-sized gummy bears or something. Or trying to find out where this trend started. I think it just started when people started to sell their own crafts online. I don't know who specifically started it, but it very much seems like a, you know, someone who makes their own stickers or pins or whatever, like wanting to do an extra thank you. Those two, this, 2 and 1. Okay, so I'm done with this. I keep forgetting to set the pieces aside and just start building, and then have to go back and figure out if I've missed anything. So here's these. God damn it. Yeah. Yep, it's fine. An ice blue piece and a green barrel. So we're over here now. Yeah. Okay, so the 2x2 goes here, next to the tile, and then the green barrel goes in the middle. And I build everything else around it. I know that what's the name of that game? Sticky Business? Yeah, the game where like you make your own stickers and ship them. That definitely has a lot of like little things that you can throw into orders. That's also a fun game, like a chill game. I think I streamed it once. Watched Starbriar play it. Yeah, I picked that up a while ago on sale. And then it was sitting in my library for a while until Starbriar played it. And I'm like, this does look good. I should play this. I think it was one of the like small games I played as part of some combination stream of like, let me burn through a whole bunch of these. And I never came back to it, and I probably should. Is lined up with this? Yeah. Okay. That's weird. Oh, now we got some. We're building tables. We're building tables. All right, so we get 2 of these 2x3s. Two tiny flames, 2 battleship pegs, which we've learned are candles, 8 table legs, two gold goblets, and 2 tiny gold pips. There we go. Go. Going to rotate the legs so that the arms underneath the table line up, because people will definitely be looking at that. Right. I don't have to angle it away from me. There we go. 2 tables. Alright. Put a big goblet on each. And the candle goes into the gold piece. The flame goes into the candle. All right, one of them goes here, like that. The other one goes here, like this. Beautiful. If you lift that table off the grid, will the legs stay attached to the base? I mean, if I do that, because the legs come out, just sit inside the pips there, I can, if I angle it correctly, remove it. You lift that table off the grid. Yeah, like that? Okay. I mean, they're Lego pieces. It's based on how I pick it. If I angle it this way, that will definitely come off. If I push on it and angle it that way, I can... It's where I'm applying the torque to remove the piece that I want. Also, they have them at slightly different angles, like that. You're seeing a lot of glare on that. Let me switch to this. That's not better. Oh, I also forgot to... No, I guess we'll switch back to this. The glare you're seeing is from the overhead light, because otherwise this whole area would be dark. I guess I can do this. There you go. So yeah, the tables are at weird angles. Alright, what the hell is this we're building? An angled desk. Sure, I can do that. So we need 4 windows. Oh, we're building 2 of these. Okay. We need that, and that. 2 black studs. 2 gold studs. 2 flames. 2 candles. And 2... Are those clear? Those are clear. Little clear studs with mini legs on them. I can tell you non-spoiler blueprints for story. Absolutely. Right, so I'm using windows as the legs of this table. It's a taller table so someone can stand at it. Alright, and then we have... We're putting the candle in the back corner, that's fine. Wanted to buy out the showroom for the achievement. 180 for all the items? Oh, you got some low items. Because some of them can get expensive. 100 extra for the trophy? So there's some like 230 unlock the casino. Oh, okay. I guess spoilers for some people for some late game blueprint stuff, but come on, snap in there. There we go. So this goes like this, then this goes like this. There we go. And then, oh, these are inkwells, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Alright, and then these desks go one in here. And one over here against the wall. Very nice. Is a casino spoiler? The existence of it kind of is, because it's not a room you can start with. But I mean, like, I'm of the mindset that everyone who wants to play Blueprint should go in as blind as possible, which means you don't know the existence of any rooms. But because, you know, if you know that there's a den in the game, you won't be surprised when it comes up every single run. Am I building 2 of these? No, I'm not. What am I doing building 2 of these? Okay, just get the pieces. 1 cone. 2 of these, 2 tan tiles, 2 flames, can't believe you spoiled the den. I mean, I'm not as picky about, like, spoilers. It has been a little while, but also there are people who haven't played it yet and want to. And given that we didn't put a big spoiler alert at the beginning of this video, they could be watching my Lego build and still want to play Blueprints. Yo, you should play Blueprints. If you like puzzle games, you should play Blueprints. Alright, I've built this kind of candelabra before for the Shire build. I think it was slightly different, but it's very fair. I haven't played Deltarune yet and somehow dodged all the spoilers for that. Yeah, exactly. That's that kind of thing. Like, okay, you know what? Oh, I do have to put stickers on. God damn it. I watched Game Changer for the first time over the past few weeks. And, like, I saw clips of it here and there, but for the most part kind of avoided it. Mostly because I had preconceptions about what Dropout is and what it used to be with College Humor. Okay, so this goes like this. So I was just like, yeah, I'm probably not going to like it. Never watched it. And yeah, when some of the twists came around, And I'm just like, oh, I've seen this clip. It did take away from the experience a bit, so. Anyway, stories got up to 278 gold and I was like, no, so close, and then found a coupon book. Nice. Alright, I need my stickers. They're over here somewhere. Not in there. They're under my Pokemon codes. That one and that one. And I need my tweezers. And we're gonna get nice and close in on this one. We're all the way up there, huh? Alright. Alright, we need 8 and 9. I need something to hold this with. I'm gonna take this piece off the build. Okay. There we go. That good? That's good. Beautiful. And what number? 9? Okay. Ooh. Number 9's an interesting looking map. We've got a tower in the distance. With a big eye on top of it. It's some mountains next to it. Oh, let's zoom way back out here. Put this piece I stole back on. Alright, and the map goes on this one. And the other map goes on this one. You're back about a half hour. I'm about to end stream as soon as I finish this bag, and I've only got this many pieces left, so thanks for hanging out, Pug. I'll see you later. I put these stickers away because I probably won't need them anymore. And yeah, this is the last page because I can see a bag opening at the next page. So I'm just going to dump these out because I'm going to need most of them. Alright, so we take our candelabra, put a single gold pip under it. Then we put 2 gold teeth on either side, like hooks or claws. There we go. Then a gold rod in the center. Then we turn the whole thing upside down and shove it in a cone. And then we take 2 of these clip hooks. There we go. Oh, this is a very elaborate candelabra. go. And then this whole thing goes in this corner back here. Oops. Kind of angled almost dead on like that. Yeah. I'm going to look down the sights of these and make sure that everything's lined up perfectly. There we go. All right. So that's what we got. Let me just jump forward and make sure that that's everything. Sure is. Bag 27 is next. All right. So we are definitely more than halfway done now. Made a lot of progress. I know in the last few of these streams I only did like 2 bags. So I feel good about getting through a whole lot here. That's going to do it for stream today. Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. Coming up on stream tomorrow. In case you're not aware, I have changed my streaming schedule. I'm no longer streaming on Wednesdays. Instead, I'm streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, tomorrow, I'll be playing some Hollow Knight. Let me pop up this calendar. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, tomorrow and Thursday, I'll be playing Hollow Knight. I do want to get done with that game soon, because everyone else is playing Silksong. I'm probably not going to play Silksong right away. I'm going to play through Hollow Knight, then take a break from roguelikes for a little while. Play something else. I'm not sure what yet, but I do want to get through Hollow Knight. On Friday, I'm playing Trash Quest, which is a game that Destiny recommended, and used the channel points thing, the redemption. There we go. The channel points redemption to force me to play. I'm probably going to like it. I'm not sure. It just looks like a faster roguelike. And then on Sundays with Friends, games based on... It's co-op something. Don't know yet. It's going to be whatever everyone wants to play. No bonus stream on Saturday this week. I'm not playing Blueprints this week. So you're going to have to wait an extra week for that, because I'm busy on Saturday. That's going to do it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I do appreciate it. And I hope you have a good one.